Everyone has a moment of destiny. In fact, we have many moments of destiny. And when people lose sight of that fact, they start to lose hope. You can't be in depression and believe that your moment of destiny is right around the corner. John Tyler had a moment of destiny. The 10th president of the United States really never thought he was going to be president of the United States. You see, William Henry Harrison had chosen him to be his vice president. William Henry Harrison was a rough-cut, populist man, and John Tyler, well, he was family of the royal aristocracy of Virginia, and he brought genteelness to the ticket. Everyone said, Tippecanoe and Tyler too. And so Tyler knew he was just chosen to be vice president to try to get some Southern votes, and he would spend his time sitting in Congress not doing much. Well, after only a month in office, William Henry Harrison died. Webster had spent the entire night traveling from Washington, D.C. to Tyler's home, and there was a loud boom, boom, boom thumping at the door, and Tyler woke up and found that Webster was in his living room, and he's like, "What's going on?" And Webster said, I think you're the president. You see, this had never happened before. A president had never died, and everyone was unsure, what does this mean for the government? And immediately, Tyler knew that his moment of destiny had come. He threw on his clothes, and they rushed to Washington, D.C. And when they got there, everything was in chaos. People weren't sure what offices they held anymore, and who was the president, and what's in charge, and does the government even function? And everyone was just unsure of what to do. And John Tyler stepped up. And he said, the Constitution says that when the president dies, the vice president becomes president. I'm taking the oath of office. And no one really knew what to do or how to do it and anything. So John Tyler just said, all right, we're taking the oath of office. He took the oath of office. He said, I'm going to give an inaugural address. And he gave an inaugural address. And he said, I'm the president. And he took charge. What's your moment of destiny? You see, if you're anything like me, you want to know your moment of destiny. You want to know, all right, in 1 month from now, someone's going to bang on my door in the middle of the night, and I'm going to find out that I'm the president. But John Tyler had no idea. I mean, he thought, well, I'll be vice president for 4 years, and Harrison will probably try to run for another term, and maybe he'll pick me again, and maybe after that, or who knows. He had no idea what was just around the corner. And that's the crazy thing about your moment of destiny. You have no idea what's right around the corner. That's why the Bible is so important, because it says things like, all things work together for the good of those who love God. Proverbs says, a man plans his way in his mind, but it is the Lord who directs his steps. What do you believe about God? Do you believe that he cares about your future? Do you believe that he has a plan for your life, that he created you to do something, that he's given moments of destiny to you? Or do you believe that you're just kind of floating around? A mistake, an accident, and maybe something will happen, or maybe you have to make things happen. You see, there's two very different philosophies out there. One philosophy leads to peace and hope. And one philosophy leads to stress and that striving to control everything. John Tyler had no idea he was going to be president, but God did. When John Tyler's moment came, instead of running away, he stepped up. And he said, all right, this is my destiny. And he became the president. Now here's something I can tell you for sure. You don't know what your moment of destiny is until it arrives. And when it arrives, you know. And it will scare you, and you'll say, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm not ready. It's too quick. But you'll know this is my time. And you will know what you're supposed to do. Now, that doesn't mean that you'll do it, but you will know. And so the way we prepare for our moment of destinies is doing the next right thing. Like right now, you know something that you're supposed to do. I need to make breakfast. I need to read my Bible. I need to call my mom. I need to do this next job at work. And when we get in the habit of doing all of those little things that we know we're supposed to do, those things that make us responsible, productive citizens, when we get into that habit, when our big moment of destiny arrives, it'll be much easier for us to say, all right, I'm doing it. But if we start to slack off and we don't do the things that we know we should, and we procrastinate or put it off or say, well, it's someone else's responsibility, it creates a pattern that when our moment of destiny comes, it will be so much more overwhelming, and it will be very hard to step into it. Friend, God has placed a moment of destiny in your future, and I believe it's near. And the way we can prepare for it is by focusing on God and doing the little jobs that He puts in our path. Because one day, who knows, God might call you to be the President of the United States. God bless.